Okay, guys, so this is the part 2 of the BBC Undercover interview where they exposed these CoS scammers doing the worst in the UK. Now, the worst part of the whole thing is that these people are still living in the UK. Why has the government not taken action against these criminals? Is what I'm still wondering about. I don't understand why the government is still silent on these people. Why not take them to prison? Why not jail them? As far as the people have the evidence that they scammed them, they collected money from them, they should do something. Or is it because they are Africans versus Africans? You can't tell me that if these people had done this to Igbo people, that the government will be keeping quiet. No, will be the answer. So the government needs to swing into action and do something about it. You don't just have to sleep over it. They have to, so that this nonsense can stop, because there are still people who are vulnerable, you know, that these people will still scam in the future. They are still going to scam more people. But if the government takes a deterrence measure against these guys, I believe me that it will be drastically reduced to the barest minimum. But let's get into the video so you guys can see what's going on. Please don't forget to share the videos. Okay? Thank you.
You trust me enough to share a glimpse of his life. You said we should meet in church.
The church is the only place I find solace. Oh God, I spent close to 17 to 18 million naira, and there is no job. So that is the situation I find myself in right now. I'm still here, still stuck in my cage.
You can't go
You
back.
can't go back. Where are you going to go back to when you don't even have anything to your name? I sold land and properties, I sold cars, resigned from my job, a well-paying job, collecting loans from families and friends. The people you are still owing, what do you get to tell them when you get back home? You tell them you are sorry, you came back, there is no money. Who would listen to that? These scammers keep getting rich, using people's sweat, people that have labored.
Like many others, Harry funded his journey to the UK with money in part borrowed from his parents.
My parents are old. They can let the little money they sold from their farm, little money, gather the money, they empty the account for you.
He will be back with something big.
I foolishly trusted that person that did my sponsorship for me. I calculated the money. You know, I did the mathematics. When we have something, we would have gotten the land back. Don't worry, give me 6 months. I was going to do a good job. Oh God, a penny I have not sent to my mom.
Guys, abroad no be moi. You can see somebody who came to the UK to make money, borrowed money from left, right, and center just to make the family proud. You see how they ruined his life, how they ruined his opportunity in becoming somebody better. Now he's stuck in the UK because he doesn't have anything to do. How do you go back home and tell the people you borrowed money for that in 6 months time or 1 year time maximum that you are going to be repaying them in pounds, and you get here, somebody has scammed you, and then you are left in the street without anything? UK is very strict, so before you start doing all that, you have to be very, very careful and know. I've told people what best to do. Anybody who wants to do visa for you from Nigeria or from any African country, the person should bring a landed property worth the money that you're about to pay to him, or bring their family properties, anything that is worth that money you want to pay to them. Then you guys go to lawyers, sign agreement that if he fulfills his promise, then the lawyer will return the document back to him. Then you sign that, yes, he's sincere, return the document to him. But if he doesn't fulfill it, then you automatically get that very landed property or whatever, or house that is worth that money that you are paying to him. With that, the person cannot scam you. He will know that, yes, if he does, then you have, or even if you want, let him sell the land to you. That's the best way to follow these people. If you can listen to my advice, you will not regret it. Now, let's go to the part 3. So you watch and see more.
Restaurant.
How's it going?
Crazy.
Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
perfect.
The woman hasn't got me food in a very long time.
Our undercover journalist had a simple plan.
I love your organization. You kind of run out things. I like how your mind works.
Thank you.
Yes,
Earn Dr. Alaneme's trust in order to uncover the real truth of how his operation works. I decided to review the footage with Carla Thomas,
Hi, Carla.
a former Home Office worker now practicing as an independent immigration advisor. I explained to Carla we wanted to test what Dr. Alaneme would do if a care home was willing to sell him certificates of sponsorship, while admitting there would never be a job for the workers once they arrived in the UK.
Well, talking about businesses, Eddie.
Our undercover journalist told him her care home contact, Eddie, was ready to sell his certificates of sponsorship, but there was a catch.
I want to be honest with you. Eddie is interested in the money. And he will give you the COSs. But I don't think he has the hours.
Insurance.
Yes.
I have sold that kind of COS. I've done that kind of business. But for me, I'm always very upfront and honest to my clients. So I know what to expect. Some of them were in the UK, came in, without having hours. But I told them up front. So they knew. The advantage with having a COS without hours is that you can choose any city you live. You can go to Glasgow, you can stay in London, you can live anywhere.
It's hard to know where to start because what Dr. Laname is proposing means that migrant workers will be in breach of their immigration obligations. They will enter the UK. They will not live at the address that has been provided for in their visa application to the Home Office. They will not be performing the duties and the role that they are sponsored to do. And that they will be misguided in thinking that that's not going to have any consequences.
Dr. Alaneme explains the key to pulling off the scam. Care home owner, Eddie, would need to set up a fake payroll system.
So, the payroll is at the end of very, very late. They will remit money to the employer.
Yeah.
So, see how it works. They come, they start, from the one, they give what they want. They will take away the tax. And I let's say, take away £200 and pay them 1/3.
And pay them?
Pay them 1/3. And it keeps revolving.
Right.
Confused? So was I. But after I watched it a few times, it all made sense. Let me explain. The scam Dr. Alaneme is suggesting is that an aspiring care worker stuck in the UK with no hours to work should get a different job and then give some of the salary to the care home. The care home will then run that money through their books to give the illusion the carer is working shifts for them, just so they can stay in the UK. They will do this by returning some money to the aspiring care worker as if it was their salary and keeping some of the money behind to pay tax. This would keep going every month to create a paper trail in case the business is inspected by authorities. Is this the first time you're hearing of this kind of play?
It is the first time that I'm hearing of someone give that level of detail. The way in which he is trying to game the system is very interesting, to say the least.
Just so I understand. So they will come here to say that, for example, they're going to work as a carer, but they're not working as a carer, they're doing another job. They may do any job.
Any job they do. Maintenance. And at the end of the day, they need to pay the.
Can they really take on other jobs?
Not in the way that he is suggesting. Additional hours is permitted. It has to still be for the role that they are sponsored for. So a care worker cannot then work as a chef somewhere else. What is being suggested here is to do something that goes against sponsorship, which puts the migrant worker at risk of being in breach of the immigration rules, which could then lead to their visa being curtailed or shortened to 60 days.
So this means that we have potentially a lot of people in the UK through this kind of route stranded.
You either are going to find someone that has found this additional work, in which case they're working around the clock in order to pay the likes of Eddie and also meet the cost of living within the UK. But if they do not find that additional sponsorship, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to continue their life in the UK in a way that would be seen to be a basic standard of living. So yes, they could find themselves destitute.
How did the UK get to this situation?
My opinion is that the government did not realise how ripe this area was for abuse and exploitation. And agents such as this distort the system. They make the system seem untrustworthy. They make the system appear to be one that reeks of criminality.
The reason why I wanted to see you is I would rather have this discussion in person. And the last time you said that they have to have hours.
Are you wearing a wire?
What? No, I'm not wearing a wire. It's just I like for everything to be clear. I should be asking you that, no?
So I didn't feel right about it.
Yeah.
Totally avoid.
Yeah. I mean,
Tuition has never been wrong about people. It has never failed. So
you can see I'm keen.
it's not serious.
The guy Sha is very smart. You see, I think he realized that the lady was recording him. So he said his tuition has never failed him, and which is right. You see the video now. That's what they have published. That this guy, they were secretly recording him, which is the whole thing he said there. So that's it, guys. Please, I think the government needs to step up and take responsibility of all this nonsense. Because if it were to be a black man do that to Igbo people, even 10 years ago, they are still picking people in Nigeria and what do you call them? Taking them to the US to go and serve prison of scams they did years back, even if the person has repented. So I don't know if the government becomes weak when it comes to Africa, scam Africa. They take it on serious. But when it is Africa, scam Oyibo, hey, chia, 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 booyah, booyah, booyah. That's what they do. So the UK must rise up and, save the situation to discover these people. Do the right thing, jail them. Let them repay this money back. It's not just about undercover. So it's everywhere now. It is in the open. So the police needs to swing into action and get justice for these people who have been scammed in several millions or thousands of pounds. Come on. I beg, please guys, share this video for me. More stories are coming up, and we'll keep on bringing it. Don't forget to use TapTapSend to send that money to your loved ones in Nigeria. If you use my promo code, you are getting additional £15 for those in UK, 15 euros for those in Europe, $30 for those in Canada, or $30 for those in USA, 75 AED for those in Dubai. You can download it from App Store and Google Play Store. Your first transaction is completely free. Peace out, guys, and don't forget to like, share, and drop your comment with your opinion on what you think about these criminals. Bye.